What's going on, guys? This is Snoop603 and Fake Thriller, and welcome to another episode of our Battlefield 3 weapon reviews. Today, we're looking at the QBB-95. This gun is available for the support class only. It is unlocked after completing the assignment from the Back to Karkin expansion pack called Let It Rain, which is to get 20 LMG kills and 2 60mm mortar kills.
A little bit of weapon info for you on the QBB-95. The nation of origin is China. The magazine capacity is 75 rounds plus one in the chamber. The fire rate is 650 rounds per minute. The fire type is full auto, burst fire, and semi-auto. The reload time is 3.8 seconds with a bullet chambered and 4.6 seconds when completely empty. And the damage for the QBB-95 is 25 hit points of damage at 8 meters and trails down to 18.4 hit points of damage at 50 meters.
The QBB-95 is a weapon that up until 3 days ago I had never tried out. Needless to say, I'm pretty mad at myself for having waited so long to try out such an awesome weapon. The fire rate won't exactly wow you, and the reload time isn't fantastic, but the overall effectiveness of this gun is really good. This gun, to me, plays very similar to the RPK. Doesn't have a very high rate of fire, but I really feel you can confidently let it rip full auto and still maintain a respectable level of accuracy. The vertical recoil is pretty rough depending on how fast you try to burst fire. If you go really slow, like any gun, it's fine. If you try to go really fast, just short of full auto speed, the recoil is still fine at that point as well. The biggest red flag on this gun is the reload time. Even with a bullet chambered, the QBB-95 takes almost 4 seconds to reload. However, it's not that big of an issue since you have 76 rounds to start with. You have more than enough ammo to take down several enemies before you need to reload. The other downside of this gun is that it seems to suffer from the ghost bullet syndrome that other LMGs suffer from. That's what we call it when you're shooting at an enemy and your sight is centered right on their torso, but you're not getting many hit markers. The QBB-95's bullet spread is pretty high, so running out on full auto on an enemy isn't the smartest thing to do, as you end up wasting far more ammo than you would think possible on one person. All of that said, I'm going to give the QBB-95 a 4 to 5. The reload times aren't a big deal since it has such a large magazine capacity, but it's high enough to draw some concern in heavy firefights. My preferred attachments are the Cobra red dot sight, the foregrip, and the laser sight. It's a common set of attachments for myself, but they really play to my strengths, so I like to stick with what works best for me.
I spent a lot of time with the QBB-95 when Back to Karkin first came out. I found the gun to be a great compromise between the high-powered LMGs and the low bullet count of the other weapons in the game. I found that my overall opinion of the QBB is dependent on what weapons I've been using most recently. If I've been using a weapon from the Engineer or the Assault Kit, I found switching to the QBB leaves me feeling like I'm using one of the worst weapons in the game. The responsiveness and the time to kill in most situations feels much worse compared to an assault rifle or a carbine. If I've just finished a few rounds with the heavy LMGs, I'm amazed at how easy the QBB is to utilize. I think it has to do with the role intended for the QBB-95, and you can't go crazy with a run and gun style, but you can't rely on immense stopping power either. The QBB demands a midfield type role to be most effective. As Snoop mentioned earlier, I found the ghost bullet issue to be really frustrating with the QBB. If you start firing before your sights initially settle, you will have a hard time getting your bullets to connect. It's not until you lay off the trigger and realign your sights that you'll see results. It forces a slower play style, but that being said, the larger than average magazine is great for holding chokes and suppressing points of interest. I'm rating the QBB-95 a 3 out of 5. I'd prefer an assault rifle for its speed and quick kill ability, or I'd prefer a big boy LMG for its pure stopping power. The QBB lands in between without really grasping the best parts of either.
Alright guys, that's going to wrap up another Shustybang Battlefield 3 weapon review. We hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, the QBB-95 has earned a 3.5 out of 5 stars.
As always, we're interested to know what you guys think of this weapon, so leave us a comment down below. If you wouldn't mind giving this video a like or dislike rating, depending on how you feel, we'd appreciate it. Finally, if you're interested in seeing what we think of the other weapons in Battlefield 3, check the description for a link that will take you to the entire playlist. Thanks for watching. If you're looking for a little bit more Shustybang in your internet, be sure to follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/snoop603 and twitter.com/fakethriller. In addition, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Shustybang. Also, be sure to follow me on Twitch TV so you can catch up with all our live streams in the future. twitch.tv/fakethriller.